Hey everybody, this is going to be the last episode of the old G5 Revive. Got the thing washed, shiny and red and pretty now. Last thing to do is the control arm. That driver's side front control arm, the rear bushing pulls out. Super common problem. Makes a horrible noise. You hit the brake and accelerate again. It just bangs in the floor by your feet. So again, super common thing. If you got a cobalt or an old G5 here, you're going to be putting these control arms in if you're going to keep it for a long time. It's going to be something you're going to have to do. So I'm about to show you how to take care of this pretty quick on the easy. Man, these control arms are 50 bucks from Amazon. So let's get started. All right, well, step one, hubcap. Take it off for a little fasteners. No big deal, pretty easy. And then let's get the lug nuts off. Okay, now the part that I'm after, this is the lower control arm here, bolted to the frame. The problem is that rear bushing right here, as you can tell, non-existent. It's ripped completely out, and the control arm is resting on the cradle. Not good. Like I said, super common problem. What you hear when hitting the brake is this thing slams against the floorboard, hit the gas, flips back down. This is where your feet are in the car, of course, so you're gonna hear and feel every last bit of that. So my job here today is, we're gonna get that exchanged out. Well, I saved you all the headache and the heartache, but this rear bolt was being a little bit stubborn. 21mm socket started turning on, and the metal sleeve inside the bushing had seized itself to the bolt. Now I soaked it down with some WD-40. Doesn't look like it's really dry and rusty, but it finally gave way. I had to put the jack underneath here and kind of push up on the car, and it finally popped out and let go. The next thing we're going to do is there's two 15mm head bolts here and here. Take those two bolts out next, and we'll get the control arm loose from the subframe. And then after that, we'll pop the ball joint loose. There's a little pinch bolt here on the bottom. There was the whole reason for this whole dealio. That's bad. That's not supposed to fall out of there, so that's all my noises. So that's easy enough to take that one out. Let's get the new one put in. Now I like to start with putting the rear bushing in first because it has kind of the hardest angle to get correct. So go ahead and put that rear one in the rear mount back there first, then get the bolt started, and the rest stuff seems to go pretty easy. I've got the rear bolt started. It's not tight. I'm gonna try to get these ones lined up next and get them started. Then I'll wrestle the ball joint back into the spindle. Okay, got our 2 fastener bolts here snug. Next thing is get this control arm, stab the ball joint back in the spindle. This little hole here on top, super handy. Shove the old pry bar in there. Gives you a nice lever to pull down that control arm. Help you get that ball joint assisted back into the spindle. Hook it here, push it down here. Line up our through bolt. All right, there you have it. Back bolt tight, 2 control arm bolts tight. Then our pinch bolt down here for the ball joint is tight. So next step is just put the tire back on and go for a drive. But definitely gonna drive a whole lot better because that bushing is no longer pulled through. Like I said, you'll see this on a lot of these cars, super common. Symptoms are horrible beating of your feet there on the floor when hitting the gas or hitting the brakes. So I don't get the tire put back on this and go for a drive, but that's gonna wrap it up for the old Pontiac G5 Revive. But we haven't figured it out here. It gets dark here quick in Indiana. It's only actually about 6:30. I've been home for about an hour. Rear bolt kicked my butt a little bit on this project, but it's back together. I wasn't really looking forward to spending this much time this evening, but she's all done. G5 Revive, less than 2,000 bucks. Yep, I'll get you in here and show you the scorecard, but we made it happen. I guess the totals are in. The final results, 1,000 bucks for the car, $0 fixed transmission, just a broken wire, radiator, 80 bucks. Didn't get any footage on that, but I figured that was self-explanatory. The bottom corner was cracked out of it where the mounting stud went in, so no big deal. Tires, $389. Came in a little higher than we thought, but it needed to be done. Drives a whole lot more better now. Wiper blades, 13 bucks. Antifreeze for the radiator, $22. And the trunk lock repair, absolutely free. I think I forgot one here. The suspension noise, 50 bucks for that control arm. Took care of that banging and bumping in the floorboard, so drives fantastic. Now for a grand total of $1,554, that puts us just about 450 bucks under budget. So put some money back in the college kid's pocket. So the G5 Revive will survive, and going down the road, make some, I guess, put some more miles on it again. But I guess a little bit of a teaser here. This is going to be, I don't know what you're going to get to see, but this is going to be the next project in the old VVG.